Ways you're poisoning yourself, part 1. We're exposed to environmental, industrial chemicals, pesticides and herbicides, heavy metals. The accumulation of these toxins has a detriment on your health. And most people are unaware that they're even being poisoned, nor do they know where they're getting poisoned from. Many say, I feel just fine, but that's because you don't know how good you could really feel. You've got toxic cookware with PFAs, which are also known as forever chemicals, because you keep them in your body forever. That's not exactly true. It just takes a very, very, very long time, like years, to get rid of. Not to mention, you could be exposed to harmful metals as well, especially if the cookware is scratched. You also have your daily care products like your cosmetics, your soaps, your toothpaste. For example, we got fragrances. That's just a blanket term that could be hiding hundreds of different chemical concoctions, sometimes thousands. They're found in your perfumes, your cologne, your soaps. It's what makes them smell good. We also have phthalates and sulfates, all of which disrupt your endocrine system and your hormones, which is linked to your overall physical and mental health. Your hormones control your feelings. Once you regulate your hormones, you start feeling better. You stop feeling groggy and fatigued. You stop feeling irritable. Your anxiety goes away. Not to mention, you're also being poisoned through your tap water. If you don't believe me, check out this website, ewg.org/tapwater. Type in your zip code. Once you type in your zip code, then you scroll down and you can find out how many contaminants are in your water. Where I live has 19, 10 that exceed health guidelines. We have 170 times the amount of bromidodichloromethane, which potential affect cancer. Chloroform, 72 times the amount of chloroform in my water. Great. If anyone wants to kidnap me, you're already halfway there. And the list just keeps going on. Potential effect, cancer. You guys get the point. And then of course you got food, most of which isn't even natural anymore. The fact that there has to be an organic section should scare you. Organic just means normal, how it's supposed to be. But most of our fruits and vegetables, even our meats, are being genetically modified. They are using artificial substances to increase the rate of growth, so they can produce more, sell more, make more money, not caring about the nutrient density of it, which is what we need to be healthy, the nutrients. Not to mention they spray all of our fruits and vegetables with herbicides and pesticides like glyphosate, which affects your respiratory system, including your liver and your kidneys, so just everything important. A great documentary to watch to learn about what's happening with these herbicides is A Tale of Frog, Fish, and Men. Dr. Tyrone Hayes studied the effects of the herbicide atrazine and the effects it had on fish and frogs. The conclusion was that the male frogs exposed to atrazine were feminized. Some of them actually lost their male genitalia and then grew female ovaries and were able to reproduce. And the females exposed went infertile. So high exposure to these chemicals were changing frogs and fish on a biological level, which circles back to the main point. Your hormonal balance is directly correlated with your mental health. And that's just your whole foods. Imagine all the other junk we're eating. You want to give your kids a little snack, you give them some Skittles. You're like, oh, it's just sugar, even though sugar is brain rot. But you're not thinking about the preservatives and all the petroleum-based dyes that are in there. Like Red 40 causing allergic reactions, behavioral changes, digestive issues, migraines, skin irritation. And I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was a child. And I also ate a lot of dyes. And then instead of changing my diet, they put me on methamphetamines at 10. There is a huge market on putting people, including your children, on drugs. Mask the symptoms, never address the root cause. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked. Another toxic dye would be yellow 5. I'm sorry, it's not funny. But restlessness, depression, difficulty sleeping. Headaches, hives, difficulty breathing, swelling of the face and lips, dizziness. And imagine you're consuming all these dyes at once, sometimes in large amounts, on top of all the other ways that you're being exposed to these chemicals and these poisons, essentially. That's a brief overview, and if you want to learn more, you gotta look up phthalates, fragrances, parabens, dyes, PFAs. Once you educate yourself, you can empower yourself to avoid them.